So I'm also switching off my camera because there might be some network issue towards the end of the class. To avoid it, I'm just switching off my camera. Okay. Okay. So today we will be covering the first unit, that is Introduction to the Concepts of Organizational Change and Development, Forces, Resistance, Management of Change, and Models of Change. So in this class, the structure will remain that first I will explain you the theory, followed by simple day-to-day life examples, and then I will cover a case study, right? So what is the change? Anyone? What do you mean by change? Change होता क्या है? Yes. Anyone? Put it in the chat box. Those who are having the access to mics, they can also tell. What is change? Yes, please. कुछ नहीं mind में आ रहा when I say what is change? Yes. Replacing gold. So, okay, deviation from normally expected behavior or process. Okay, anything else? Correct. So basically, if you change the way you are doing something, right, then we call it a change. So if your method change, your process change, some technology is added, we call it a change. Change is, basically inevitable. It is part of our life. It remains constant. So when you go to school, from school you transit to college, there is a change. So college से जब आप job में जाते हो, there is a change. So जब आप अपनी job में भी अगर promotions लेते हो, there is a change, right? In your personal life. So when you get married, there is a change. When you start family, again there is a change. So change is constant for an individual. It's constant for an organization. It's inevitable. आप avoid नहीं कर सकते कि हम change नहीं करेंगे. Things are going to work. So change is a very, very essential feature of organizational development. So what is a change? It means making things different. Or change is something that you change the technology, you change the direction, you change the way the things are done. All these are part of change. For an organization, change could be voluntary or forced. Force change कब आता है? जब competition increase हो जाता है, government laws बदल जाते हैं. And voluntary change happens when organization thinks that it is a time to develop for their growth, then it is a voluntary change. And organizational change includes adapting, controlling, and effecting change. What are the features of change? As I've already covered, it's a constant. Also, there are certain uncertainties that are involved in the change. आपको नहीं पता आगे क्या होगा, पर लेकिन एक organization की point of view से it is not entirely unpredictable. To some extent, we could predict what is going to happen if this change is going to come. So it creates both threats for certain people in the organization, but it also gives certain opportunities. Very important, and it is also would also be framed in terms of question that what are the forces of change? Change आता कैसे है? It could be internal force. It could also be a external force. External force means marketplace. Marketplace का मतलब क्या है? Competition. So within an industry, if there will be cutthroat competition, it is going to force an organization to bring change. Or if some government rule is changing, some regulation is changing, then an organization needs to change. Similarly, if a technology is changing, for example, artificial intelligence आ गई, so technology change के कारण भी organizations needs to change. And lastly, economic change. So when COVID-19 came, recession came, so all these things forced an organization to bring change in the organization. All these forces are external forces because this is something that is happening external to the organization. Competition कहाँ से आ रहा है? बाहर से आ रहा है. Government rule बदल रही है, बाहर है वो भी. Economic change आ रहा है, वो भी बाहर से आ रहा है. But in some cases, there are certain changes within the organization. For example, workforce change हो रही है. Some new equipment is introduced. Employees' attitude is changed. or maybe the strategy of an organization is changing. So all these things are internal forces, bringing an internal force because of which a change is occurring. So I'm not getting into detail of each and every point. It is clearly given in your study material, right? Towards the end, if you're facing any problem, you could let me know. So here I have gathered some real life examples where we could see an organization failed because they were unable to change. I have taken very, very famous examples of, like, one is Nokia. So the company adapted the smartphone almost 1 year after the release of first iPhone. So नोकिया क्यों फॉल हुआ? बिकॉज उसने स्मार्टफोन की जो टेक्नोलॉजी थी, न्यू टेक्नोलॉजी थी, उसे अडेप्ट किया ऑलमोस्ट 1 साल के बाद, राइट? अर्लियर अगर हम उससे पहले ही बात करें तो नोकिया वाज अ पॉपुलर ब्रांड. Similarly, what happened with BlackBerry was it was ruling the industry in 1998. How? They were offering keyboard. So they wanted to protect it. उनको लगता था this is something what we did and this is what we are doing and we want to protect this. But they basically failed to understand that the market is changing, the environment is changing. People are now moving towards a touch screens. And this led to the fall of BlackBerry Motions. Similarly, when COVID-19 came, we all came to hybrid mode. हमने टेक्नोलॉजी को एक्सेप्टेंस दिया, हमने टीम्स के प्लेटफॉर्म को एक्सेप्टेंस दिया, हमने गूगल के डिफरेंट ऑनलाइन प्लेटफॉर्म्स को हमने एक्सेप्टेंस दी, एंड इट वाज अ नीड ऑफ टाइम towards the lockdown, right? Similarly, when recession takes place, we need to understand, a company needs to understand, especially entertainment industry, that लोगों के पास उतना budget नहीं है to spend, right? So their spending habits are going to change and they need to bring change in the organization to keep moving or to keep growing. Then there are two basic concepts in organization effectiveness and change, this particular unit. One is change agent and one is plan change. A plan change क्या होता है? This is something that is already planned by the top management, right? So such change in the organization is normally introduced to make the organization more competitive. So top management has planned to bring a particular change. It could be a developmental change. And this change is basically done or planned by the top management so that organization could become more competitive, right? For example, they might choose to expand their product line. They might choose to introduce some new technology, automation in order to develop the entire organization. So plan change could be change in people, it could be change in a structure, it could also be a change in a process. It takes place through a change agent. So what is a change agent? Change agent is a person who manages change in an organization. 1 minute, let me just give the entry to the students who are waiting in the lobby. I will only take 1 minute. Okay. So basically, चेंज एजेंट इज अ पर्सन. अब वो चेंज एजेंट कोई मैनेजरियल पोजीशन में कोई मैनेजर भी हो सकता है, कोई नॉन मैनेजरियल पोजीशन से भी कोई पर्सन हो सकता है. Someone internal to the organization could also be a change agent, or someone external to the organization, some consultant could also be there who is managing the change. So change agent is responsible for determining the transformation process. कि एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जब ट्रांसफॉर्म होगी उस पूरे प्रोसेस को मैनेज करता है और डिटरमाइन करता है चेंज एजेंट. नेक्स्ट वेरी obvious thing that you must have heard related to change is resistance to change. क्या होता है जब चेंज आता है? सबसे पहले लोग रेजिस्ट करते हैं. People don't like change. Why? Because of anxiety, because of fear, right? So change could be resisted both by top level management and lower level employees. We all understand why lower level people will not be comfortable because of the change. But could you give me one example when top level employees won't be comfortable with the change? टॉप लेवल मैनेजमेंट कब चेंज के साथ कंफर्टेबल नहीं होगी? एनी वन एग्जांपल एनीवन कुड गिव? व्हेन टॉप लेवल वोंट बी कंफर्टेबल विद द चेंज. यस, एनी वन एग्जांपल? Due to change in power. Yes. Due to change in power, top level might resist. What else? How top level will be impacted because of wages? Wages is basically for the, lower level employees. So wages is, say to how it will happen. Remuneration, not directly. When they are asked to leave, top level को क्यों कहा जाएगा to leave? Organizational restructuring due to change in technology. Maybe. Basically change generally start किया जाता है top level management के through. Okay, more answers are coming. Restructuring of the company. Okay, we could say. Anything else? Comfort with the status. Okay. Anything else? Investors' dissatisfaction. Okay. Yes, they all could be part of it, but the main reason is when the change is suggested by the lower level employees. So ऐसा नहीं है सिर्फ टॉप लेवल एम्प्लॉयज एक स्ट्रैटेजिक प्लानिंग पे चेंज लेकर आते हैं. Sometimes lower level employees also become a reason, or they are the one who suggest the change. So towards the end of this lecture, I will be taking up a case study where change is happening because of the response of lower level employees, right? Then you will be able to understand why top level sometimes resist. So we will be connecting it with the case study. Sources. So in your SLM, they are saying sources of resistance to change. Another way of saying it could be why employees resist. Why I'm taking and mentioning both the things is that sometimes examination में given होता है sources of something. So students क्या करते हैं उसमें consequences लिख देते हैं. So they are not unable to understand the meaning of terminology. So sources means reason why people are resisting the change. One reason is obviously because of fear and anxiety. Second is they are unwilling to unlearn or know or learn unknown. इसका मतलब जो उन्हें आता है उसे अनलर्न करने के लिए वो लोग अनविलिंग है, और जो उन्हें नहीं आता उसे सीखने के लिए they are not willing. That is the reason they avoid change. Second is that they feel कि अभी तो change आ जाएगा, later seniors or top management is not going to support them. So when they will face problem, they won't be answered, rather they will be replaced. And obviously there is a preference कि जो existing उनका stable status या friendship group या जो भी चल रहा है, they are more comfortable in that zone and they don't want to change. So what are the techniques to overcome the resistance to change? So ऐसे क्या किया जाए चेंज को रेजिस्टेंस ऑफ चेंज को ओवरकम करने के लिए? Some points are very obvious. One is you need to communicate. You need to educate employees that change is for their good. Change is for the good of the organization. It is also good for them. You need to promote employee participation and involvement. So जब भी डिसीजन मेकिंग हो रहे हैं, डिफरेंट स्टेप्स आ रहे हैं, चेंज एजेंट आ रहा है, इस प्रोसेस में क्या चल रहा है, व्हाट इज देयर, you need to have employees also there and they should also participate. They should feel that we are part of the change. You need to support them and facilitate them. That means in case अगर आप कोई टेक्नोलॉजी लेकर आ रहे हो, so you need to train the employees. In case अगर आप कोई नया प्रोसेस में चेंज लेकर आ रहे हो, again you need to give them the training so that they are able to understand the change. Agreement and negotiation basically means you need to understand where they start feeling fear or anxiety, and you could negotiate with them how to come to a consensus. You need to build a positive relationship with the employees. So जिन पे change impact करेगा उनके साथ आपका relationship बहुत positive होना चाहिए as a top management. They should not feel that they are not part of it. And last is a negative way of doing it. That means sometimes the employer says that there will be a pay cut, you will be removed. So this is illegal and this is not the way of doing it. So it should not be forced. It should not be like a threat, right? But again, it's a technique to overcome it and to bring the change. Now we will be starting with the models of change. So models of change, basically, they are the theories. They explain how the transformation process could take place. हर मॉडल अपने लेवल पे एक एक्सप्लेनेशन दे रहा है कि एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन किस तरह से ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन प्रोसेस को स्टार्ट कर सकती है. Now, the choice between various models depends on various factors like size of the organization, nature of the organization, situation factor, what kind of change you are bringing in the organization. So, out of all the models, you could pick up, a particular model that suits your organization. In real life, there are so many models. There are like 10, 12 models are there that are telling how a change could happen in an organization. In this class and in this unit, we will be covering 4 to 5 models that are more popular and that cover different aspects of change. Very famous is the first model, that is Levin's change management model. Before I started, till here, is there any query? It's a first unit. Is there any problem that you are facing or should I continue? Yes. Before
No
I
problem,
move,
ma'am.
no problem. Okay. So I will be starting with the change model. I'm also giving access. I've already given access. Okay. So change model बहुत important topic है. यहाँ पे एक concept start हो रहा है जहाँ पे you need to understand that how each model is explaining a change. First is very famous and very clear model. It says unfreeze, change and refreeze. Unfreeze basically means whatever is going on in the organization, existing जो भी process, जो भी way pattern follow हो रहा है, you need to unfreeze it. सो इस टाइम पे दो तरह की फोर्सेस होती हैं ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में. फॉर एग्जांपल, इफ आई वांट टू ब्रिंग ऑनलाइन क्लासेस इन एन एजुकेशन सेक्टर, राइट? सो ऑलरेडी ऑफलाइन मोड में क्लासेस रन हो रही हैं. So there will be certain faculty members and students who will feel, or they will say, yes, this change is important in today's time and it should come. So we call it driving force. And second is restraining force. Those who will say, no, 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 no. Traditional method and the traditional classroom is better. These online classes, teams, and they all are not good, right? So in every organization, when a change is coming, there will be two types of forces that could be seen. One is driving force, those who say change is good, and the other one is restraining force, that those who resist the change, right? So at unfreezing stage, when any change takes place, it is important to prepare employees at all levels before change is made. So top management को जाके announce नहीं करना this change is coming. Before that, they need to prepare the employees so that they could understand what is the change and how it is going to impact their life and how it is going to benefit them, right? Second stage is changing stage. Changing stage is when the change is implemented. So at this stage, you need to support the employees who are facing problem. You need to keep communicating with them. You need to understand how they could be trained so that they are able to adapt the change. And last is rephrasing stage. That means at this stage you make the change permanent. So आप ऐसी policies लेकर आती हो जिससे आपका change permanent हो जाए. So Kurt Lewin in 1950 provided three-stage model of change, that is unfreeze, change and refreeze. To understand each model, we will be doing one very basic activity so that you could understand that how this model is working. For that, I have kept few situations. Let's take first situation. It says, encourage students not to use plastic bottles. So आपको अपने कैंपस में एक चेंज लेकर आना है where you are encouraging the students not to use plastic bottles. Second is introducing a dress code for MBA students. And third is no mobile in classroom. So हम इस एक्टिविटी को कैसे करेंगे? I have kept it for no mobile in classroom. For example, अगर मुझे ये चेंज कैंपस में लेके आना है where students are not using the mobile phone, at unfreezing stage, I will create awareness and readiness for the change. So here I could help students in understanding what are the limitations of having mobile phones in the classroom, what statistics are telling. I could give them certain examples. Second is a change stage where we will be implementing the new norms. That means phone-free zone. I could provide them lockers, I could provide them baskets so that during the class they could keep their phones. And last is rephrase stage, where you will make the change permanent. That means there will be very, very strict policy that students are not allowed to keep their cell phones when they are in the classroom. सबको एक्टिविटी समझ आ गई? You need to do it for the situation 1 and situation 2. Activity is clear to everyone? Or there is some doubt? Yes, please. Any doubt or activity is clear?
Activity is clear, ma'am.
So start करो. आपको करना क्या है? किसी I'm just giving you mic access. In case you are facing any problem, you could ask me. एक्टिविटी में आपको कर्ट लेविन के मॉडल के अकॉर्डिंग 3 स्टेजेस के बारे में बताना है: अनफ्रीज, चेंज एंड refreeze. For example, your situation is you need to encourage students not to use not to use plastic bottles or introduce a dress code for students. किसी भी एक situation में कर लो. And I have shown you how you need to do it using no mobile classroom. That is the situation 3. Okay. So situation 3 में मैंने कैसे frame किया है? This is the answer. In similar way, you need to do it for situation 1 and situation 2. If you are facing problem, I have given you the access to mic. You could ask me. In same way, you need to do it for situation 1 and 2. Let me just paste situation 1 and 2 also here so that you are able to see. After 5 minutes, I will be discussing it. So this is situation 1 and situation 2.
Ma'am, we have to describe both the situation or any one we can choose?
You could choose any one.
Okay.
I will be discussing both the situations, but you could start with any one. So basically, आपको तीनों unfreezing, change और rephrase में difference create करना आना चाहिए. So that is the idea. So I have picked like situation 3. This is how I'm going to describe all the 3 stages. For clarity, this is Kurt Levin's 3-stage model of change. We called it Levin's change model. Okay. If you're facing problem, you could let me know. This is stage 1. Done?
मैम इसमें क्या करना है?
आपको कोई भी एक सिचुएशन पिक करनी है, right? Either you could pick encourage students not to use plastic bottles, or you could pick introduce a dress code for students, MBA students. So आपका एक academic institute है, campus में you want to encourage students not to use plastic bottle. इस situation में इस change को लाने के लिए कर्ट लेविन के 1950 के मॉडल के अकॉर्डिंग आप अनफ्रीज स्टेज, चेंज स्टेज और रीफ्रीज स्टेज में क्या करोगे? ठीक है, मैंने आपको एक सिचुएशन समझाई. फॉर एग्जांपल, नो मोबाइल इन क्लासरूम इज अ सिचुएशन. To bring this change in unfreeze stage, I'm going to create the awareness. In change stage, I will implement the new norm. And in refreeze stage, I'm going to make it permanent by bringing the strict policy. So इसी तरह से आप सिचुएशन 1 और सिचुएशन 2 में से किसी भी एक सिचुएशन पे काम कर सकते हो. ठीक है? Done? If it is done, you could share your answer.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So what is your answer? The situation that you have picked?
Ma'am, I have choose situation 2nd.
Introducing the dress code?
Yes, ma'am. In first stage, I will inform the students what are the positive points to be in a dress code, why it is important to
Positive
students
points.
wear.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Why student have to wear a uniform.
Okay.
And then in change, I will tell what are the uniform code, what they're supposed to wear, what are the color for all the students which they're supposed to wear.
Okay. What are they supposed to wear? Okay.
And in refreeze, I'll say that it is compulsory for all to wear the follow the rules, and you have to wear
It's compulsory for all.
yes ma'am.
Good.
To wear.
चेंज स्टेज को थोड़ा रिफ्रेम करने की कोशिश करो. ठीक है? अभी towards the end I will tell you. ठीक है?
Oh, okay,
Any
ma'am.
change in the same situation anyone wants to suggest?
Ma'am, could you please check up the chat box once?
Could someone help me in reading the messages in the chat box? Relevant messages, obviously.
Yeah, sure. So there is one answer which says that it's by Divya Pant. So it says unfreeze. Initially, it is important to tell everybody how harmful it is to use plastic in daily lifestyle. The change would be provide them with metal bottles,
1
refreeze.
minute. Let me just create the slide for the first situation also.
Sure, sure.
That will be better, right? So answer is given by Divya,
Yes.
right? Okay, what is the answer? Unfreeze stage?
That basically to create awareness about how harmful it is to use plastic in daily lifestyle.
Yes. Okay. What next?
The change would be to provide them with metal bottles.
Okay. Provide them metal bottles. Okay.
Then refreeze would be to like have strict policies if plastic products are used.
Have strict policies.
Yes.
Any other answer related to situation 1 or situation 2 in chat box or
For
other?
situation 2, I have also given the answer. The
Your name
first
is
is Ayushi.
Ayushi. Okay, Ayushi.
Yes. So the first one is unfreeze. It is situation 2, creating awareness about equality and the rich-poor gap so that a dress code for students can be applied.
Creating awareness about
About equality, like the need for equality
equality.
and the rich-poor gap.
Okay. Equality में cover हो जाएगा. Okay. And
Yes.
change में
Change would be to provide them with the dress.
provide them with dress.
Yes.
With dress.
And for
Okay.
refreeze, it would be to have strict policies if dress code is not adopted.
Strict policy if dress code is not there. Okay. Anything else anyone wants to add to both the situation? Either situation 1 or situation 2? Anyone? Okay. To just review the answer. First is correct. Stage 1 may you will create the awareness. Awareness could be about equality. It could be about the positive points of having a dress code. It is about, you could also talk about personality. For MBA student, personality is very important. Coming in, formal dress code is important. So in that sense, you could create the awareness. Third stage is सबने सही समझाया है. That is rephrase. Rephrase means you will come up with a policy. Policy could be it will be compulsory for all. If students or will not be wearing it, there will be some kind of fine. Change stage में थोड़ा सा practical component missing है. For example, someone told me that they will provide the dress. Practically possible है campus में students को dress provide करना? No.
No, ma'am.
Right? I'm assuming it is free of cost, right? It is not possible. Second, if you're telling them what they are supposed to wear or you're coming up with the guidelines, partially ये correct है. Completely correct नहीं है. I will tell you how. Next situation में students ने कहा unfreeze stage में they will create awareness. Absolutely correct. And refreeze stage में they will come up with a strict policy. Absolutely correct. Again, providing the metal bottle is not practical. You agree with me? आप एक कैंपस में एक स्टूडेंट को मेटल बॉटल नहीं दे सकते. प्रैक्टिकल नहीं.
Can I
Yes, ma'am.
add something
Yes.
to it?
Yes, sure.
मैम बट उनको
I
हम
think,
बॉटल्स प्रोवाइड करा सकते हैं.
Bottles provide करवा सकते हैं means they
नो
need to
नो
purchase it.
नो नो मैम बोटल्स नहीं, हम वाटर जैसे मेड्स वगैरह होते हैं तो वो ग्लासेस या बोटल्स प्रोवाइड करा
Water
सकती
tanks.
हैं.
Correct.
हाँ जी.
Water tanks आप install करवा सकते हो. Correct.
यस मैम.
Water tanks install करवाना is a correct step for the change. So basically new norm को implement करने में जितने भी structural changes आप लेकर आ रहे हो, it will be part of stage 2.
And we can also use paper glasses.
पेपर ग्लासेस प्रोवाइड करवा सकते हो, करेक्ट, पेपर ग्लासेस, बट अगेन यू नीड टू हैव अ काउंट। सो आप उसमें देख सकते हो कि फीजेबल है, अगर एक स्टूडेंट एक ग्लास ले रहा है, थ्रो कर रहा है, फिर एक और ग्लास ले रहा है, तो कितना आपके लिए फीजेबल, कॉस्ट इफेक्टिव रहेगा, बट पेपर ग्लासेस स्टिल मेक सेंस, राइट। सो बेसिकली चेंज स्टेज में आते हैं जितने भी आपके स्ट्रक्चरल चेंजेस हैं, दैट मीन्स आपको कैंपस में वाटर टैंक स्टार्ट करना पड़ेगा, पेपर ग्लासेस प्रोवाइड करने पड़ेंगे, आपको इंश्योर करना पड़ेगा वाटर उसमें आ रहा है वाटर टैंक्स में, और वो वाटर जो है वो वेल फिल्टर्ड वाटर है, करेक्ट। along with this जितने भी changes people related हैं, for example this is a very basic change, otherwise organization में जब change आता है तो training देना employees को, उनको guide करना, उनको support करना, this all is part of stage 2, right? For a sample answer, I have also written certain things. For example, to educate students on plastic pollution, show them some impact video and discuss alternative. This is unfreeze stage. In change stage, you could provide them water refill stations. You could also offer some kind of incentives. That means some kind of discounts could be there, some kind of small benefits. जैसे आपने paper glass का वो एक small चीज है, वैसी चीजों को आप implement कर सकते हो. Refreeze stage में you need to come up with a norm by introducing the campus policies, and you need to help students to understand what do you mean by eco-friendly, campus. Introducing dress code में unfreeze stage में obviously explaining them about the benefit of professionalism, unity. This is one step. Change stage में you could start with formals on Friday. तो ये एक change है कि फ्राइडे से हम स्टार्ट करेंगे, फिर आप स्टूडेंट्स को गाइडलाइंस बताओगे, व्हाट आर द गाइडलाइंस, व्हाट काइंड ऑफ ड्रेस यू वांट देम टू वेयर, फिर आप स्टूडेंट्स को हेल्प करोगे, दोज हु आर नॉट वेयरिंग द फॉर्मल्स बिकॉज दे माइट नॉट बी हैविंग ड्रेस, दे माइट बी फेसिंग सम प्रॉब्लम, सो आप उनको गाइड करोगे, उनको ट्रेन करोगे, एंड इन री-फ्री स्टेज यू विल मेक इट मैंडेटरी दैट यू हैव टू वेयर इट, एक पॉलिसी फॉर्म में उसे मैंडेट कर दोगे। सबको तीनों स्टेजेस क्लियर है? एनी डाउट?
No, ma'am.
Yes,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
No doubt. Clear हो गया?
No doubt,
Let's
ma'am, no
move to
doubt.
the
No, ma'am.
next theory. Nudge theory. Nudge theory is very simple. I will always tell you in examination, if some particular change model is not given and the question is saying use any change model, so most of the situation में nudge theory आपकी fit हो जाएगी and उसको explain करना is comparatively easy, right? Nudge theory is a step-by-step process of implementing a change rather than encouraging a fixed mindset. So इसमें होता क्या है, चेंज को व्यू किया जाता है एम्प्लॉइज के पर्सपेक्टिव से. सो इफ देयर इज अ चेंज फॉर एक्स एम्प्लॉय, व्हाट काइंड ऑफ डिफिकल्टीज ही इज गोइंग टू फेस, कॉन्टिन्यूसली उसके साथ कम्युनिकेशन रखी जाती है, उसका फीडबैक लिया जाता है, सो दैट यू आर एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट ही इज गोइंग थ्रू. सो nudge theory helps employees to see the benefits of the change. There is a very short video I will be showing you in offline classes. It's उसमें बहुत अच्छे से दिखाया हुआ है कि change agent is telling about the change, but nowhere he is covering that what all benefits employee is going to get. Throughout he is saying इससे organization को ये benefit मिलेगा, इससे organization को ये benefit मिलेगा. Currently organization is not doing this good, that good. But nowhere in the speech she is covering that how employees are going to get benefit out of it, or a particular employee is going to get a benefit out of it. So nudge theory talks about looking at a situation from employee's point of view. Very simple. I will move to the next model. Like I explained you, हर मॉडल एक explanation देता है कि आप अपनी organization में change कैसे लेकर आ सकते हो. So every model is giving you a different set of explanation. Third model is Levitt's diamond model. So Levitt's diamond model 1965 में explain करता है that how different parts of organizations are connected together. So if you're going to bring a change, there you will be able to see a change in structure of the organization, task, people, and technology. So here task means that the work that needs to be done, वो change होगा. Structure means some rules, hierarchy, some structure is going to have a change. People means employees के roles change होंगे, right? And technology here means that the tools, systems, and machines that you are using is going to also change. So all these four elements are interconnected. So for example, if you are introducing a new technology, so employees needs to be given a training. So training is a task that will be introduced in the organization. Employees, people जिनको ट्रेनिंग लेनी पड़ेगी, और ऑर्गेनाइजेशन स्ट्रक्चर को भी चेंज करना पड़ेगा इस चेंज को एडजस्ट करने के लिए. बेसिक मॉडल क्लियर है? यस प्लीज.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
अब आपको फिर से सेम सिचुएशन लेनी है. दैट इज द फर्स्ट सिचुएशन, इनकरेज स्टूडेंट्स नॉट टू यूज प्लास्टिक बॉटल्स. अब लिविट मॉडल के अकॉर्डिंग आपको चेंज बताना है कैसे इंप्लीमेंट होगा. दैट मीन्स what you need to do is you need to define task, structure, technology, and people that within these 4 elements, what kind of change is going to come if you are going to introduce a campus that is plastic free. Sorry, if you are going to encourage students not to use plastic and come up with a campus that is plastic free. Activity clear है सबको?
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है.
Yes,
मॉडल
ma'am.
हमें यूज करना
Yes,
है
ma'am. Yes,
live
ma'am.
it. Try it on your own.
Ma'am, shall I give it a try?
Yes, go ahead.
So, ma'am, for the task thing, it would be to like encourage students not to use plastic bottles,
Okay.
and the structure would be basically to the implementation stage of the last thing. I would like repeat that if we have water tanks, paper glasses,
Water
it would be the
tanks.
structure.
Okay. So where have it? Okay. Yes, correct. What will be people change? How people are going to
People,
change?
I think it would be more of a I think like it would be a mentality change rather, like to avoid plastic, like bringing about uh basically basically change the mindset they require.
People change लिविट मॉडल के अकॉर्डिंग है. एम्प्लॉयज में क्या चेंज आएगा, एम्प्लॉयज के रोल में क्या चेंज आएगा, ये चेंज
They stop
एक्चुअल
using
रोल्स में चेंज है.
plastic bottles, if I'm not wrong.
I'm writing it, but it is not actually very correct. I will tell you why.
Sure.
Okay, not using. What about technology?
Technology, I'm not sure of the technology part, to be honest.
Ma'am, we
Okay.
can use water tanks instead rather than tap,
We could
because
use.
we can use, ma'am, machines and water tank
Okay, machines का use करना.
which we use automatically.
Automatic machines का use करना.
Right.
Anything else that is coming in your mind?
Ma'am, different packaging with vending machines and we can say technology change can be the vending machine in here.
सिचुएशन देखो क्या है, ये चेंज का लेवल क्या रखा है मैंने. हम स्टूडेंट्स को इनकरेज कर रहे हैं नॉट टू यूज प्लास्टिक बॉटल्स. ठीक है. हियर पीपल आर एम्प्लॉयज ऑफ द कैंपस. स्ट्रक्चर इज जो उनका इंफ्रा और जो उन्होंने स्ट्रक्चर बिल्ड कर रखा है. टास्क इज इस चेंज को लाने के लिए जो जो नए नए आपके रोल्स इमर्ज हो जाएंगे. एंड टेक्नोलॉजी इज यूज ऑफ some kind of technology that will help you to encourage students not to use plastic bottles. किसी को कोई चेंज सजेस्ट करना है? नहीं तो मैं स्टैंडर्ड आंसर्स बताऊं.
मैम
मैम,
फिल्टर्ड
पीपल में आप कैंपेन्स डाल सकते हो.
इसमें
पीपल में आप कैंपेन्स डाल दीजिए और टेक्नोलॉजी में मोबाइल फोन सोशल मीडिया के थ्रू हम एनकरेज कर सकते हैं स्टूडेंट्स को.
करेक्ट. आप सोशल मीडिया
और
प्लेटफॉर्म्स को यूज कर सकते हो टू
और
प्रमोट.
पीपल्स में मैम, हाँ, और पीपल्स में मैम आप कैंपेन्स डाल सकते हो.
कैंपेनिंग.
यस मैम.
ओके, कैंपेनिंग और क्रिएटिंग अवेयरनेस ओके उनके रोल का पार्ट बन जाएगा लाइक दैट वे.
यस मैम. यस मैम.
Yes, correct, partially correct. So let me just put it here. Task में मैंने क्या डाला है? I'm going to promote reusable bottles and reduce plastic dependency. This is the task. Encouraging student, change क्या लेकर आना है? Students को encourage करना है plastic bottles के लिए. So task क्या है? मुझे promote करना है reusable bottles को, या फिर मुझे ensure करना है कि students are not using the plastic bottles. स्ट्रक्चर क्या है, रिफिल स्टेशन या वाटर टैंक्स को सेटअप करना पड़ेगा मुझे. पीपल में क्या आएगा, आई नीड टू इंगेज द फैकल्टी मेंबर सो दैट दे कुड स्प्रेड द awareness about this. So for example, I am taking 7 to 9 class. If this task is given to me as a faculty, मैं क्या करूंगी, सबसे पहले प्रमोट करूंगी that you don't have to use the plastic bottles. मैं एक presentation दिखा दूंगी that they are harmful. So I am investing my time not to teach you a subject, but to encourage you not to use the plastic bottles. So this is how the role of the people is changing. And technology is obviously digital posters, social media campaigning, or maybe like you said, that automatic machine, that is water refill station trackers. ठीक है, सबको difference clear है? Any
Yes,
doubt?
ma'am.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
this example was very basic example and I have taken it from the campus. Now we will be starting with a case study that is more organization oriented. ठीक है? First I will be reading the case study. इस case study में कई सारे questions हैं. One question is that you need to use the change model and you need to explain how innovative machines could bring the change in the organization. So first I will give you time to do this question. So I'm reading the case study for you. Those who are already read or they are reading on their own, they could start with this question. Okay. Innovative machine senior managers Krishna and Mahesh noticed that in the last few years, hardworking and high-performing employees are leaving the job, even when the company continuously revises the monetary benefits for all employees. While discussing, Mahesh highlighted a recent case of Ms. Shweta serving her notice period in the company. Shweta was hired 4 years back and she has been working under Johanna for the last 4 years. Her performance plot is quite good. During the human resource team's interaction with Shweta, they learned that in her last assignment with the Russian client, Shweta suggested an innovative idea that not only helped the company to give deliverables on time, but also helped the company to get more significant projects from the same client. Johanna offered her monetary rewards as per existing practice, but Shweta refused the monetary benefit. Instead, Shweta was looking for recognition and promotion. As a team leader, Johanna received a prize in an event, but Shweta's name was nowhere throughout the event. Further, Shweta was not happy with the seniority norms. Seniority norms basically means अगर कोई employee ज़्यादा years एक organization में है, उसे पहले promotion मिलेगा. That are followed in the company during promotions. The senior managers during their discussion came across similar cases where the company was losing performing employees due to the seniority norms. Krishna suggested that changing seniority norms to performing norms for promotion could help the company to retain talent. Mahesh said, yes, it would help us in satisfying young employees like Shweta, but it would dishearten our existing senior employees who have served the company for a long and are expecting a promotion. Further, he also added that our company do value loyalty. Here are the questions. You start with question number 4. Case study clear है सबको? Yes. Any doubt in the case study?
Yes, ma'am.
Before you start solving the answers, always remember your answer should not have something that is not possible in real life. For example, सबको promotion दे दो. It is not possible to give promotion to everyone. You need to have some criteria, right? So don't give the answers which are not practically possible. Start with question number 4 and then you could start with question number 5. Okay? I'm giving you 5 minutes. Kurt Lewin के मॉडल से स्टार्ट करो, then Levitt, diamond model. And those who are facing problem, they could ask me. This is the case study. If you're facing problem, you could ask me. And if it is done, you could tell me so that we could discuss it.
Ma'am, may I?
Yes, go ahead.
So ma'am, with the Kurt-Lewin model, first would be like
Let,
to
give me
create
1 minute.
awareness. Yeah, sure.
First, let me just create that thing so that you are able to relate with it.
Sure.
So you will be starting with Kurt-Lewin model, right? So this is a model given by Kurt-Lewin. It is having 3 stages, that is unfreeze, change, and refreeze. Let's start.
So ma'am, the first one would be like to create awareness about the like having a disappointment about the seniority norms that
Awareness
people are not
about,
happy
what do you
about
mean
the
by
disappointment, like that Shweta was not happy with the seniority norms. So the like above management should also know about that. Then only they'll be able to take the required actions, I think.
आंसर इज करेक्ट बट कॉन्टेक्स्ट इज नॉट करेक्ट ये चेंज
Okay.
लेकर आ रहे हैं एम्प्लॉयज के ऊपर टॉप
हाँ.
मैनेजमेंट को ये अवेयरनेस है अब टॉप
Okay.
मैनेजमेंट ये चेंज एम्प्लॉयज में लाई लेकर आएगा उससे पहले उसे एम्प्लॉयज को अवेयरनेस जनरेट करनी है कि
Okay.
अमंग
Okay.
क्रिएट करना है डिफरेंस क्लियर है
Ma'am,
ना
unfreezing means communicating with the employees, encouraging them to perform well so that they can contribute to the organization.
आप करोगे क्या आप इनोवेटिव मशीन के टॉप मैनेजमेंट क्या पार्ट
We
हो
may,
यस
yeah,
बताओ
we may encourage them to perform well, so that they can get they can get promotions
encourage them to
on the basis of performance.
मैं फिर से इस चीज को ट्रांसलेट करती हूँ यू आर अ सीनियर पर्सन सीनियर एम्प्लॉय पिछले 20 ईयर्स से आप मेरी कंपनी में काम कर रहे हो राइट अब मैं आपको इनकरेज करने आई हूँ दैट यू नीड टू परफॉर्म बेटर एंड यू नीड टू compete with the junior people so that I could give you promotion and not them. Will you buy it? आपको समझ आएगी ये बात एज एन एम्प्लॉय यू वुड रेजिस्ट इट
Yes.
एक रैशनल पर्सन इस चीज को रेजिस्ट करेगा सो व्हेन यू से यू आर गोइंग टू इनकरेज देम टू परफॉर्म बेटर तो वो तो और गुस्सा हो जाएंगे व्हाट डू यू मीन हम 20 साल से कुछ नहीं कर रहे आर यू एबल टू रिलेट विद मी so you are part
Yes.
of top managers who want to bring this change in the company you want to move from seniority norm you want की promotion हम performance norms के basis पे दें बट इफ यू चूज एक वन फाइन डे आप बाहर जाके सबको बोलोगे कि कल से आपकी परफॉर्मेंस प्रमोशन जो है वो परफॉर्मेंस नॉर्म पे होगा पीपल आर गोइंग टू रेजिस्ट इट करेक्ट कि मेरी टेन्योर को 20 ईयर्स से आई एम वर्किंग विद दिस कंपनी नाउ यू आर सेइंग इट विल बी ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ परफॉर्मेंस इट डजंट मेक सेंस ये तो सीनियोरिटी नॉर्म है ना मेरा प्रमोशन तो ड्यू है आई वाज वेटिंग फॉर माय प्रमोशन so first you need to create awareness about this thing that there are junior employees who are disappointed and they are not working or leaving the company so first wala option correct hai but when you encourage them to perform this is going to go against you make sense
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
so
ma'am.
अब क्या करोगे फर्स्ट अनफ्री स्टेज में क्या करोगे आपके पास एक क्राउड है जिसमें सीनियर एम्प्लॉयज हैं एक उसी में जूनियर एम्प्लॉयज हैं जूनियर एम्प्लॉयज जो चाहते हैं कि वो परफॉर्मिंग एम्प्लॉयज हैं वो परफॉर्मेंस के बेसिस पे ही प्रमोशन मिले
Ma'am, the top,
हम्म
ma'am, in the second point, we can do the top management will do give some task based on their performance. They will get the promotion instead of seniority norms.
come on well, you are talking about unfree stage
No, ma'am, I'm just talking about point second change
okay change में
implementation
क्या
of
करोगे
the new norms. In this, we can do uh, if suppose I am a top management, then I will give a task to all the member, all the employees of the company, so they can perform their task. If they perform their task well, then we can give promotion to them instead of senior employee. It
okay
is
आप सबको
basically
टास्क
based
दोगे
on
okay
yes, ma'am.
so
Ma'am,
based on
can I also
performance
suggest one thing for
Evaluation
the
of their
change thing?
performance in the
okay
change point.
Hmm.
We can
Ma'am,
also
evaluation
can
promote
we have a
employees.
like temporary removal of the seniority like this thing norm so that if we can check what are the results after removing the seniority norms, the performance of the employees?
आप ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में कोई भी रूल लेकर आ सकते हो हटा सकते हो बट उसके कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस ये होंगे कि एग्जिस्टिंग एम्प्लॉयज के अमंग एक अनफ्रीजिंग स्टेज हो जाएगा। अनफ्रीजिंग मतलब एक हलचल शुरू हो जाएगी। कुछ एम्प्लॉयज आपकी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को छोड़ने का प्लान कर लेंगे, कुछ और जगह जाके इंटरव्यू देने लग जाएंगे, कुछ लोग स्ट्राइक पे बैठ जाएंगे। So you need to control that situation. Are you able
Can
to
we
relate with
Understood.
me?
create
Yes,
different
ma'am.
like positions for performance basis and different positions for seniors?
इनोवेटिव मशीन का कोई एक जॉब सोच लेते हैं। लेट्स से वो एक एकेडमिक इंस्टीट्यूशन है, ठीक है, जिसके अंदर फैकल्टीज का प्रमोशन जो होता है वो नंबर ऑफ ईयर्स के बाद होता है। दैट मीन्स अगर आपने 8 ईयर एक कैंपस में पढ़ाया है कॉन्टिन्यूसली एक इंस्टीट्यूट को दिए, सो यू विल बी प्रमोटेड टू नेक्स्ट लेवल, ठीक है। कुछ फैकल्टी मेंबर्स हैं जिनका 8th ईयर कंप्लीट होने वाला है, दे आर वेटिंग फॉर देयर प्रमोशन। और कुछ लोग हैं जिन्होंने जस्ट अभी ज्वाइन किया है एंड दे आर परफॉर्मिंग वेरी वेल, ठीक है। अगर आप टॉप मैनेजमेंट का पार्ट हो और आपको उस फैकल्टी ग्रुप को ये बताना है दैट दिस change is coming, that from seniority norms we are moving to performance norm, so what do you think is going to happen in the organization?
And the seniors will resist.
Seniors are going to resist. What else? What else is going to happen? Seniors are going to resist करने में क्या करेंगे वो लोग?
They start leaving, which they have
They
experience of.
might start leaving or
Maybe strike.
One
yeah,
strike.
They will come up with strike, they will stop taking the classes, right? They will
Yes.
come up with strike. What else? What else?
Looking for different jobs.
Looking for different roles. What else? Leave the company
Yes.
or leave the
Leave the company.
institute. What else?
Image damaging.
कंपनी की इमेज डैमेज होगी। दैट मीन्स कंपनी नहीं है, ये एक इंस्टीट्यूट है, तो इंस्टीट्यूट की इमेज डैमेज होगी, राइट?
Ma'am,
व्हाट एल्स?
insecurity will increase.
ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को क्या इम्पैक्ट आएगा? एम्प्लॉयज का इम्पैक्ट छोड़ दो, हमें
employees
ऑर्गेनाइजेशन
turnover, trust issues.
ट्रस्ट इश्यूज आएंगे। व्हेन दे आर गोइंग टू अगेन रिक्रूट, पीपल वोंट ट्रस्ट द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन और इज नॉट गोइंग टू ट्रस्ट द टॉप मैनेजर्स, राइट? सो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में ट्रस्ट इश्यूज आएंगे। व्हाट एल्स?
Employees turnover.
Obviously turnover hoga, people will start leaving the institute, all these things are going to happen. What else you think could happen?
Ma'am, more people will leave because of fear that they will.
There will be fear and anxiety in the among the employees, so they won't be able to focus. So even if they are taking the classes, they are under pressure कि हमारी job, हमारी promotion को कुछ भी हो सकता है, तो कल कुछ भी हो सकता है, correct? ये points you all agree?
Yes,
अब
ma'am.
कोई भी institute, कोई भी organization चाहेगा उसकी image damage हो,
No, ma'am.
No.
लोग छोड़
No,
के जाएं।
ma'am.
No, ma'am.
वो प्रमोशन नॉर्म बदल रहे हैं, पर वो ये तो नहीं चाहते ना एग्जिस्टिंग छोड़ के चले जाएं। क्या वो चाहेंगे कि उनका जो वर्क है वो रुक जाए, प्रोसेस रुक जाए? दे वोंट वांट दिस। वो नहीं चाहेंगे स्ट्राइक को। सो आपको एक चेंज लेकर आना है। दैट मीन्स फ्रॉम सीनियरिटी नॉर्म्स यू नीड टू मूव टू परफॉर्मेंस नॉर्म विदाउट योर एम्प्लॉयज रेजिस्टिंग इट, विदाउट द प्रोसेसेस आर बीइंग इम्पैक्टेड। जो वर्क चल रहा है वो रुके ना, कोई भी इंस्टीट्यूट को या ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को छोड़ के ना जाए, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की इमेज जो है वो मार्केट में डैमेज ना हो और ट्रस्ट इश्यूज किसी के साथ ना आए, राइट? सो हर मॉडल एक स्मूथ तरीका बताता है फॉर ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन, स्मूथ तरीका बताता है फॉर अ चेंज। कर्ट लेविन के 1950 के मॉडल ने बताया, फर्स्ट यू क्रिएट अवेयरनेस एंड रेडीनेस फॉर द चेंज। आप चेंज अनाउंस मत करो, पहले लोगों को प्रिपेयर करो, अनफ्रीज करो, उन्हें समझाओ हाउ अ पर्टिकुलर चेंज इज गुड फॉर देम, so that what is the reason? So that they should not stop the process, they should not look for different roles, they should not leave the institute, the image of the company or organization should not damage. Clear है? तो
Yes.
अनफ्री स्टेज पे अभी हम सिर्फ अनफ्री स्टेज की बात करेंगे। अब दोबारा सोचो, इनोवेटिव मशीन को चेंज लेकर आना है फ्रॉम सीनियरिटी नॉर्म्स टू परफॉर्मेंस नॉर्म, but innovative machine doesn't want that all these things should happen in their institute or in their organization. तो अब वो क्या करे अनफ्री स्टेज में to create awareness and readiness of people?
Can we initiate the training programs?
ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम्स, किस बात की ट्रेनिंग दो?
so that they can improve their performance.
डेवलपमेंट की ट्रेनिंग
You could
हेलो मैम
train them. Good point.
हेलो मैम
आप जितने
हेलो
भी
मैम
employees हैं उनको train कर
मैम मैं
सकते
प्रथम
हो.
बात कर रहा हूँ मैम प्लीज लिसन टू मी मैम मेरे को सबसे भी बात करनी है हेलो
Okay,
मैम यहाँ
yes.
पे जो एडमिन ने मैम यहाँ के एडमिन को पहले समझाओ कि थोड़ा सा एडमिन क्लास में ज्वाइन करा है मैम मैं यहाँ पे ऑफिस में बैठा हूँ मैं ऑफिस से 1 घंटे पहले से मैं यहाँ पे क्लास ज्वाइन करके बैठ कोशिश करो ये लोग मुझे अंदर नहीं आने दे रहे हैं क्लास में इन करने नहीं दे रहे मैं 1 घंटा क्लास में सो गया मैं कैसे पूरा करूँगा इसको
You were you using your official email ID?
I don't think I'm using official email ID, but yeah, I am using my email ID. Anyways, but I just log
If
into
you are
my
going to use your
email.
official email ID, automatically you will be able to join. Nobody needs to give you, entry. Automatically you will be able to join the class.
Ma'am, this is the class. मैम यहाँ क्लास है जो भी है वो पढ़ाई करने के लिए आएगा तो एटलीस्ट जो एडमिन संभाल रहा है इसके
Pratham, listen to me. What I'm trying to say. Pratham, listen. I'm saying if you're going to use your official email ID, you don't need to wait in lobby. Automatically you will be able to join the class.
That's fine. But ma'am, you know we have already did too much. We don't have email ID password. I have such very long time. Then
you need to go to the
my
office.
email ID.
For email ID and password, you need to go to the college and ask.
Then I have to call. But I'm in office. What I'm doing now? There should be some flexibility for the student, ma'am. I have lost my 1 hour. I lost my 1 hour. At least there should be some cooperation.
Pratham, it's an ongoing class. Listen to me. You could go to the office. You could get from the technical team. You could get your email ID and password in case you will use your official email ID.
Completely understand. In the case someone is forget their email ID and password.
Okay, I will inform your concern.
What's the admin responsibility?
Okay, students are waiting, so I will inform your concern. It will be resolved. I will inform it.
Who will be responsible for this 1 hour loss?
Class is recorded. You could watch the recording.
Of course, but there should be some responsibility of this admin guys.
Please, the class is recorded. Complete lecture is recorded. You could see the recording. That is going to help you. In case there are any doubts, you could send me the email. And for the technical issue, you need to connect with the technical team. Okay?
मैम टेक्निकल में नो यूज बेकार है उनको किसी काम के लिए
आपको बेटा एक बार कॉलेज आना पड़ेगा यू जस्ट विजिट मी इन द कॉलेज आई विल हेल्प ओके
ओके फाइन
ओके so where I got disconnected, so sorry. Okay, so what was the point? Unfreezing state. Very good point. आप training programs लेकर आओगे so that the people who feel or they are facing some problem in the performance, they could improve. What else?
Recognition to old employees.
Unfreezing stage में
we can provide some kind of recognition to just to prepare them for the this thing to come in.
Unfreezing stage, according to the model, Kurt-Lewin model, is about creating awareness and readiness for change. आपको बस employees को ready करना है कि हम ये change लेकर आएंगे, इससे आप पर कोई impact नहीं आएगा.
Okay.
Right?
And we can run huddle programs every week just for appreciation for every person who are performing well in every week.
Appreciation program लेकर आ सकते हो, but seniority norm से performance norm का change लेकर आना है. Change क्या है? केस स्टडी में 2 प्रॉब्लम्स की बात हुई है. एक तो जो श्वेता की प्रॉब्लम है दैट शी इज नॉट गेटिंग द रिकॉग्निशन. दिस इज वन प्रॉब्लम. सेकंड प्रॉब्लम इज सीनियरिटी नॉर्म नीड्स टू चेंज टू परफॉर्मेंस नॉर्म. आपको चेंज ये लेकर आना है कि आप एम्प्लॉइज को परफॉर्मेंस के बेसिस पे प्रमोट करोगे, नॉट ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ सीनियरिटी. ठीक है? So what you are saying is the answer of 5th question. Are you able to relate with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Right? आप unfreeze stage में क्या करोगे? You could give them the training so that they could improve their performance. You could tell the employees that what kind of problems people are facing and why people are leaving the job. So हमारी organization
Strong communication can be established so that any problem they face, they can communicate directly. Grievance committee can be established, maybe.
Grievance committee आप create कर सकते हो उनकी problems को देखने के लिए. Individually उनकी problems को आप check कर सकते हो. You could build positive relationship with the people so that they are comfortable
Employees participation can be improved so that they can
employees participation you could ensure. So if they are going to participate, then they will be able to better understand why this change is important. So उनको automatically पता लगेगा श्वेता को क्या problem आ रही है, जो बाकी employees आ रहे हैं उनको क्या problem आ रही है, what top management is dealing with. In short, अगर मैं concept wise बात करूं तो जितनी भी techniques to overcome resistance है वो सारे unfreeze stage में आ सकते हैं, most of them. Now it is clear?
Ma'am, can we introduce some salary hikes also so that they can
If you have
feel?
money, you could do it. But the problem is where the company is going to have that much money. वो already अपनी promotion को performance based कर रहे हैं. और इस स्टेज में अगर आप फॉर एग्जाम्पल कुछ मॉनेटरी बेनिफिट्स इंट्रोड्यूस कर रहे हो वो चेंज स्टेज का पार्ट है. जब आप इम्प्लीमेंट कर रहे हो न्यू नॉर्म्स, इस स्टेज पे सिर्फ आप रेडीनेस को इंश्योर कर रहे हो दैट पीपल आर नाउ रेडी विद द चेंज. अगर हम चेंज लेकर आते हैं सो नोबडी इज गोइंग टू रेजिस्ट, नोबडी इज गोइंग टू स्टॉप द वर्क, nobody is going to leave the organization. There won't be any kind of trust issue. Image of the company won't be hampered in any way. Is this correct?
Yes,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
ma'am, maybe the
position
company
create-
can come with a middle ground wherein the employees who had been working for over 8 years or 7 years could be promoted based on seniority, whereas the new hirees could be promoted based on performance.
एब्सोल्युटली करेक्ट. सो अगर आप इस तरह का चेंज ला रहे हो जो अपनी गाइडलाइंस बना रहे हो, फर्स्ट स्टेज में उनको अवेयरनेस जनरेट कर रहे हो, सेकंड में इंप्लीमेंट कर रहे हो. सो व्हेन यू आर सेइंग यू विल डू दिस, implement it. Part of second stage.
Okay.
When you say that you are going to tell people that you will be doing this, this is how you will be managing it, unfreeze stage. Telling them the reason how they won't be impacted by it.
Okay.
Difference is clear?
I'm still kind of confused between change and refreeze, ma'am.
Unfreeze?
Between change and refreeze.
Refreeze तो making a change permanent. Refreeze means coming up with a policy.
Okay.
ठीक है. अब पॉलिसी का मतलब क्या होता है, मैंने स्ट्रिक्टली प्रैक्टिस में मैं ले आई दैट people who are performing they will be promoted and those who are not performing they won't be promoted. Change stage में जो ये ट्रेनिंग वाला पॉइंट है that is also somewhere part of change state, पर ये डिपेंड करता है आपने इसको लिखा किस तरह से, right? If you are creating an awareness, you are telling them the proper training program will be given to you so that you could improve or you could learn new things, then it is part of stage 1. If you are saying that you will be giving training programs to the employees so that you could support them during the change process, then it is part of change. Difference clear हो गया?
Yes, ma'am.
So अगर आप उनको बता रहे हो कि आप टेंशन मत लो, nothing is going to happen with this change from seniority norm to performance norm, we will be supporting you, we will be helping you, training programs will be there, we will be opening some grievance committees also so that you could tell the queries. It is unfreeze stage. आप उनको ready कर रहे हो for change. When you are actually giving them the training, you are helping them, supporting them, you have implemented the change state. Now clear?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
और स्टेज 3 में आप हेल्प सपोर्ट कुछ नहीं करते, आप एक पॉलिसी बना देते हो बहुत स्ट्रिक्ट दैट दिस इज गोइंग टू हैपन, नथिंग एल्स, राइट?
Okay.
Is this part clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm just telling you, I have also prepared a draft answer so that you could relate. So using Levin's model, there are 3 stages: unfreeze, change, and refreeze. So in unfreeze stage, you could communicate the problem. That means you could tell them that what the organization is facing. There are people like Shweta and others who are leaving the organization. Then you need to gather the support. So you need to keep senior people in confidence. You need to present them the data that how employees are leaving, what is the data, what all concerns are there in front of top managers. And then you need to also understand and address the concerns of senior employees who may resist the change due to the fear of loss of career growth and opportunities. So as a manager, you should ensure that experience still plays a role, but performance is prioritized. So इस बात में अपने mind में भी clarity रखनी है, and you need to tell people also so that they are ready for the change. Change stage में you need to introduce the performance based promotion system with the clear criteria. अब criteria क्या होता है? That for example we will be going with 360-degree feedback. So your feedback will be taken from all the stakeholders, and on the basis of it we will be promoting you. So you need to come up with proper criteria. I could not say, but if I'm taking this class, according to me, it is the best class. And if some other faculty is taking, according to them, that class is best. But what is the criteria? How you are going to judge it? And अगर हम students का feedback लें, तो हर क्लास में 3-4 students निकल जाएंगे जो कहेंगे क्लास में कुछ समझ नहीं आया, और हर क्लास में 4 to 5 students होंगे जो कहेंगे क्लास was very good. You all agree with me, right? So you need to come up with a proper clear criteria that how this performance based promotion system is going to work. Then you need to provide a transition plan. You need to train your managers and employees so that they could understand the new system, and you need to support them. Refreezing stage, integrate the new norms into company's policy. Regularly evaluate, take the feedback from everyone to understand that everything is working in harmony. All the 3 stages are clear? Yes or no?
Yes.
Any doubt?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
अब
Yes,
लिविट
ma'am.
के मॉडल के अकॉर्डिंग सेम आंसर सॉल्व करो. If I use Levitt's diamond model, then how my answer is will be impacted. Solve the same question using Levitt's diamond model. If it is
Can
clear
you
to you,
please
then you.
can you please show the case study once again?
Case study. This is a case
Just
study.
for a few seconds. Thank you.
It talks about 2 things. One is Shweta, who is not happy because recognition is not given to her. Second, different employees who are leaving the company because of the seniority norm.
Thanks. Now you can change.
Okay. Solve the same case study using Levitt's model. Anyone who is ready with the answer? How task is going to change? What kind of change you could see in structure? What kind of change you could see in people? And what kind of a change could be there in technology? Yes, please. Anyone ready with the answer?
May I?
Yes, go ahead.
Ma'am, in task, we can encourage and give rewards for the high performance and
Encourage and give reward for high performance.
ma'am, in structure, we can balance and we can consider the seniority and performance. We can balance out that. And in technology, we can make some tracking, performance tracking system.
Seniority and performance in people.
Ma'am, in people, we can evaluate the culture of performance and recognition, address the concern of employees, what they are facing issues, and
Address concern about concern
communication.
among people, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Technology में tracking system, performance tracking
Yes, ma'am.
system.
Yes, ma'am.
Technology is correct. Tracking system is absolutely correct. Anything anyone wants to add?
Ma'am, may I?
Yes, go ahead.
Ma'am, in the task thing, it should be like rather to communicate the problem that everybody is facing.
Communicate the existing problem. What
For
else?
for the structure, it should be like the transition plan and the like training of the managers and the employees.
Transition plan and training of employees. What
And
in
for the
people?
people, it should be like the role change from seniority to performance based.
How role is going to change?
Like they should not focus on that like by the like number of years they'll work and they'll get promoted. Rather, they should like focus on like basically to have their like focus on the work
Okay.
performance.
Anyone wants to suggest any change
Ma'am,
in the answer?
in people, can we add like creating a grievance
think
committee, or
there should be the person or the managers or the top managers who are fostering the training and development program. So the people who are working towards taking that policies, these are come in the people वाला part.
Partially correct. Framing पे थोड़ा work करना पड़ेगा. But answer is correct. Anything else? Anyone wants to add anything? Let me show you a sample answer. Again, there could be n number of answers, but just I have picked up certain things जिससे आपको segregation समझ आए. Task में the promotion system should be redesigned to prioritize performance rather than tenure. So आपका task, आपका काम क्या increase हुआ? आपको एक promotion system को redesign करना पड़ेगा. So here you need to come up with clear evaluation criteria to ensure fairness. It is easy to say कि कल से क्लास कैसी होगी, टीचर कैसी क्लास ले रही है, उसके बेसिस पे they will be getting the promotion, correct? But it is very difficult to define, or it takes time to define what do you mean by good class. Are you able to relate with me what I'm trying to say?
Yes, ma'am.
Good class क्या है?
Yes, ma'am.
आप कैसे
Ma'am,
भी
it's
जज करोगे
subjective.
my class is good? Feedback लेंगे तो mixed feedback आ जाएगा. If 200 people are attending it, if you're not going to take the feedback, if you will ask me, तो I will say मेरी class तो मैं तो अच्छी लेती हूँ class. There is no problem. मुझे तो कोई problem नजर नहीं आ रही. Right? If you will ask a third person, so institute का एक third person होगा जो मेरी class को attend कर रहा होगा. That means 2 employees एक ही class को attend करेंगे. So you need to invest money, time. Correct? So task क्या होगा? You need to come up with the promotion system and you need to clearly define at the criteria how things will be evaluated. नया system क्या है? So ये एक काम होगा जो आपके organization में add on हो जाएगा when you will going to change the norm from existing norm from seniority to performance. Structure में change क्या होगा? You need to modify your policies. Right? मेरिट बेस्ड प्रमोशन हो रहे हैं तो आपको अपने पॉलिसीज, पेपर वर्क, ये सब चीजें करनी पड़ेगी. सो अर्लियर व्हाट यूज्ड टू हैपन, जिसके 8 years हो गए हम उनको प्रमोशन दे देते थे. नाउ वी नीड टू हैव दैट पेपर वर्क वेयर वी आर कीपिंग वेरी क्लियरली एंड डिफाइनिंग इट दैट हाउ ईच एम्प्लॉय इज परफॉर्मिंग. सो उसका जो पॉलिसी चेंज हुई है, जो पेपर वर्क स्टार्ट हुआ है, दैट यू नीड टू ट्रैक. सो दिस इज अ चेंज इन योर स्ट्रक्चर. सो नॉन टीचिंग स्टाफ विल बी इन्वॉल्व्ड हु इज डूइंग इट. करेक्ट? People may senior employees should be reassured that their contribution is valued. That means employees should be trained. So people के role में क्या change हुआ? जो existing senior employees हैं या junior employees हैं, उनमें से जिसको भी आप training दे रहे हो, उनको बता रहे हो that your role is, intact, there is nothing is going to happen, और उनको training में जो time दे रहे हो, इससे उनका role बदल रहा है. टेक्नोलॉजी में परफॉर्मेंस ट्रैकिंग सॉफ्टवेयर आप इंप्लीमेंट कर सकते हो और एक प्रॉपर फीडबैक सिस्टम भी आप इंप्लीमेंट कर सकते हो टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट काइंड ऑफ क्वेरीज पीपल आर फेसिंग. Segregation between all the 4 components is clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Answers बहुत सारे हो सकते हैं इस क्वेश्चन के. So you could, when you are giving me answer, so like you have given me answer, there could be number of answers. कोई एक फिक्स आंसर नहीं है. But when you are talking about task, you need to talk about the work. जब आप स्ट्रक्चर की बात करोगे, आपको एग्जिस्टिंग पॉलिसी और इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर की बात करनी है. जब आप पीपल की बात करोगे, आपको एग्जिस्टिंग एम्प्लॉयज के रोल की बात करनी है. सो अगर मैं कह रही हूँ कि फैकल्टी को इवैल्यूएट करने में आई एम टॉकिंग कि स्टूडेंट्स का रोल बदल रहा है. स्टूडेंट इज नॉट एन एम्प्लॉय. यू नीड टू स्ट्रिक्टली टॉक अबाउट कि एग्जिस्टिंग एम्प्लॉयज और पीपल के वर्क में क्या चेंज आएगा. और टेक्नोलॉजी में आपको टेक्नोलॉजी की बात करनी है. Difference is clear to everyone? So in task, the work that needs to be done, structure, how the organization is set up right now and what is going to happen to rules, hierarchy and workflow after the change. People, the employees and their roles, how they will be changing. and in technology, the tools, machines that you will be using to complete the task or what is going to happen to come up with the change. Clear?
Ma'am, I have some doubt about task. Means how it is different from unfreezing of previous model.
Unfreezing, freezing और सॉरी चेंज एंड रीफ्रीजिंग वो एक मॉडल है जिसे कर्ट लिविन ने बताया. वो
नहीं,
एक तरह के
अनफ्रीज वाला पॉइंट टास्क वाले से कैसे डिफरेंट है? मतलब
वो सेम ही है ना, दोनों अलग अलग मॉडल्स हैं जो बता रहे हैं चेंज कैसे लेकर आना है.
मीन्स अनफ्रीज वाले में हम अवेयरनेस कर रहे हैं, तो टास्क
करेक्ट,
में भी हम वही चीज मतलब डिस्क्राइब कर सकते हैं ना?
आप कर सकते हो, बट टास्क में आपका वर्क डिफाइन आना चाहिए. अनफ्रीजिंग में थी व्हाट इज हैपनिंग इन अनफ्रीजिंग, इसी एग्जांपल को मैं लेकर चल रही हूँ. अनफ्रीजिंग में आप एग्जिस्टिंग एम्प्लॉयज को रेडी कर रहे हो फॉर चेंज. ठीक है, रेडी में आप जो जो पॉइंट्स कवर कर रहे हो, एवरी पॉइंट इज रिलेटेड टू क्रिएटिंग द अवेयरनेस एंड मेकिंग इंश्योरिंग दैट दे आर नॉट रेजिस्टिंग, राइट. और जब मैं पर्टिकुलरली टास्क की बात कर रही हूँ, तो टास्क में व्हाट यू आर डूइंग इज आप अपने वर्क पे फोकस कर रहे हो कि इस चेंज को लाने की वजह से क्या क्या वर्क इंक्रीज हो जाएंगे. क्रिएटिंग अवेयरनेस इज वन वर्क, ओके, बट और चीजें क्या होंगी. आप एक प्रमोशन सिस्टम को रीडिजाइन करोगे, आप क्लियर इवैल्यूएशन क्राइटेरिया को डिफाइन करोगे. तो दिस टास्क इज विल टास्क एग्जिस्टिंग टास्क जो चल रही है ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में वो इम्पैक्ट होगी ना चेंज के कारण. लिविट का मॉडल कहता है कि एग्जिस्टिंग ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के अंदर ये चारों कंपोनेंट आपस में इंटरकनेक्टेड है. अगर आप कोई चेंज लेकर आओगे तो आपका टास्क, स्ट्रक्चर, पीपल एंड टेक्नोलॉजी इम्पैक्ट होगी, एंड दे ऑल आर इंटरकनेक्टेड. So existing tasks will be impacted, ongoing structures will be impacted, and role of people will be impacted. Is this part clear now?
यस मैम, ओके, थैंक
और
यू.
कर्ट लिविन ने क्या समझाया कि first you need to prepare your employees so that they are ready with the change for the change, then you implement the change, and then you make sure that the change is permanent by strict policies. और कौन सा मॉडल हमें यूज करना है या which model is better? When this question comes to your mind, it is clearly mentioned that the choice between various models depend upon various factors like size of the organization, nature of the organization, situational factor, kind of change that you're coming up in the organization. Now it is clear?
Yes ma'am.
Right? So quickly, I'm covering remaining questions also. First is, why are employees leaving the company? Can anyone give me an answer of this question?
वो टॉपिक आपने जो बताया मॉडल्स वाला, वो प्लीज रिपीट करोगे एक बार दोबारा?
कौन सा? फिर से कम अगेन.
जस्ट अभी बताया आपने पीछे, यस मैम, अभी इससे पहले जो टॉपिक बताया था.
You want to say models वाला?
Yes
Slide
ma'am.
this one?
Yes.
There are different models. Change models को अगर आप Google में सर्च करोगे कोई 10 to 15 models निकल कर आ जाएंगे. In every model, an explanation is given that how transformation in an organization could be done. So जैसे seniority norm से आप performance norm लेकर आना चाहते हो, smooth transformation लाने के लिए ताकि employees resist ना करें, image of the company is not disturbed, what you could do, how the change could become smooth. So हर मॉडल अपनी एक explanation provide कर रहा है, but an organization, how could organization select out of different model depends upon the size of the organization, nature of the organization, situational factor, और what kind of change it is. Depend करता है मैं कर्ट लिविन का मॉडल यूज करना चाह रही हूँ या फिर मैं नच थियोरी को यूज करना चाह रही हूँ. इट ऑल डिपेंड्स फ्रॉम ऑर्गेनाइजेशन टू ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. क्लियर है?
Yes ma'am, thank you.
Okay. So quickly I'm discussing the remaining question. Why are employees leaving the company? What will be the answer?
Due to seniority norms, maybe lack of recognition and promotions.
Correct.
And
Lack of recognition, and second is seniority norms. Whosoever is writing the answer, ये दोनों points ही आएंगे. ठीक है? Could the company retain efficient and innovative employees like Shweta through monetary norms?
No.
No, correct answer. Reason यही आएगा, Shweta is looking for recognition and company could not retain it. Third, should the company change its existing seniority norms to retain? या to retain छोड़ो. Let me delete this part of the question. Now answer. Should the company change its existing seniority norms? Comment.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
इसमें आंसर yes भी हो सकता है, no भी हो सकता है, दोनों करेक्ट है. इसलिए मैंने क्वेश्चन ऑफ आंसर डिलीट, क्वेश्चन डिलीट कर दिया. If you are writing yes, company should change the seniority norms, then you need to give an explanation like it is there, it is in competitive market, and if the company is not going to change the seniority norm, then the performing employees will start leaving the company, and due to the high competition, it will be difficult for the company to survive. ठीक है. अगर आप लिख रहे हो no, the company should not change the existing seniority norms, then you will give the reason that loyalty also plays a very important role, and the senior employees who have given so many years to the company should also understand and value them. They might come up with some hybrid type of a thing where they are giving some kind of recognition to performing employees rather than changing the promotion norms. Is this part clear?
Yes, ma'am.
तो yes भी ठीक है, no भी ठीक है. It all depends on your explanation. Fourth, we have already discussed. What would you do if you were in the position of senior manager? What will you write in this answer?
And we would have acknowledged the problem.
Okay.
Solve the
If this
grievances
problem is there
of
and
the
I'm acknowledging
employee.
it, इससे employees पे क्या फर्क पड़ेगा? You need to explain it. How you will resolve the problem, right? But acknowledging is okay. That means that you are trying to come up with a solution. You will start working in the solution for the solution. Okay. Okay. What else?
Addressing
We
their
can resolve
concerns.
address their concerns and we can resolve their problems and grievances. So they will
Correct.
trust again over us.
Creating awareness.
You could create
Ma'am,
awareness.
they
We
can
can
create
develop new system.
New system could be developed. Or rather,
grievance.
if it is a change unit, I will say
Recognition
I
and
will bring the
reward.
change. That is a better terminology. What else?
Recognition and reward.
Recognition and reward system will be improved. Correct. What else?
Grievance committee can be formed to address the concerns.
Correct. What else?
They can build their trust.
Build trust how?
If their problem will be resolved, then they will trust
How problem
the
will
organization.
resolve? आप senior manager की तो करोगे क्या? वो तो हर कोई चाहता है that people should trust them, but what will you do?
Motivate
Anything else?
employees.
Group outing, group discussions, activities
Okay.
to
Employee participation
to
बोल
bring
दो.
out,
Better word?
yeah, just
So
for
employee
to improve.
participation.
Yeah.
Basically, in
processes.
this question, you could use all the techniques for resolving the resistance. इस question में भी आप use कर सकते हो. You should know how to use it. One answer I have written for this question that I will show it to you. So you could propose some performance-based promotion system or hybrid model. You could come up with some recognition program. You could give some leadership development programs to groom up high-performing employees and what kind of promotion. Then you could come up with some feedback session. Every point is correct. बस आपको ये याद रखना है कि that whatever you are doing वो organization के against ना हो और unrealistic ना हो. Grievance committee create कर दोगे, ठीक है. अगर आप परफॉर्मेंस सिस्टम को लेकर आ जाओगे, चेंज लेकर आओगे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में, बिल्कुल करेक्ट है. आप एड्रेस करोगे उनके इश्यूज, बिल्कुल करेक्ट है. यू कुड राइट एनी पॉइंट. बस the only point that you should keep in mind is the thing that you are writing should be feasible. Like, for example, I will give promotion to everyone. Not possible. I will give monetary benefits to everyone. Not possible. Is this correct? Is this clear?
Can we
Yes,
go
ma'am.
against the question, like they wanted to introduce this new thing, new promotion thing? Can we go against it? Like we'll come to a middle ground or something.
Correct.
Okay.
करेक्ट. देखो क्वेश्चन ने ये पूछा आप क्या करोगे, आप नहीं लेके आओगे परफॉर्मेंस नॉर्म. इट इज एब्सोल्युटली करेक्ट.
Okay, good.
But then you need to give an explanation that company values loyalty. Keeping the loyalty in mind, I won't change the norm. Rather, I will come up with some recognition structure where the employees are being recognized for their efforts.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So now I'm discussing the last two models. Why have kept it at end? When a case study is there, and in the case study it is written that using any change model, you explain how this change will be implemented. Try to pick at either Levin's change model, that means unfreezing, change and refreezing, or you could pick up the diamond model, or you could pick the nudge theory. Comparatively easy है वो, right? Sequential model थोड़ा सा detailed explanation, and you will find it difficult to define all the 5 phases. Now I'm explaining you what is the sequential model. Sequential model is from a point of view of an entrepreneur. So when an entrepreneur starts the business, what happens? They look for creativity. So the focus of the management is on making and selling the product. Structure of organization is informal. Top management style is individualistic and entrepreneurial, and control system is through market research, right? Once the creativity phase is passed, जैसे लोग creativity लेके आते हैं, innovative ideas लेकर आते हैं, there is a leadership crisis. That means existing leaders are not capable enough, or they are not able to give direction to the people. At this point, the organization enters, or the system enters into the second phase, that is the direction phase, right? When there are people who are there to give you direction, then there is another crisis, that is autonomy crisis. सबको अपना डिसीजन, सबको जो करना है, जो वो चाह रहे हैं, वो ऑटोनॉमी चाहते हैं, empowerment चाहते हैं, right? So people feel that every time everything is explained to them, and there is a autonomy crisis. In order to cover up this crisis, delegation happens. Delegation means people are given separate units. You handle the units. So what happens in the phase 3? That the focus is on expansion of market, decentralization is followed, and profit centers are built. So in direction phase, we have cost centers, and when we move to delegation phase, we have profit centers, right? Once the delegation process starts, right, and decentralization process start, there is another crisis, that is control crisis. It becomes difficult to control different units. At this stage, we enter into phase 4, where coordination is required. So coordination means consolidation of our organization. We follow metric structures, plans, investment centers are built, and profit sharing is done. And at this stage, there is red tape crisis, which means headquarter is having a conflict with independent units. So to cover up this crisis, collaboration happens. So in this sequential model, the different phases of the business cycle is explained, and how across different phases, there are different types of crisis. Leadership crisis, autonomy crisis, control crisis, and red tape crisis. And how in different phases, different things are required. That means creativity, direction, dedication, coordination, and collaboration. After fifth phase in this model, there is no crisis that has been described. Obviously, there might be some questions. You could ask your questions. Model clear हुआ? Yes, please. Model is clear?
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है?
Ma'am,
I
can you
have one
repeat it?
question. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Wait. I have one question. How change fit in this model? मॉडल में तो यही एक्सप्लेन्ड है. एक सीक्वेंशियल मॉडल है जिसमें different phases of business cycle is explained, and across them different crises are explained, from leadership crisis to red tape crisis. And in every phase, what is required is explained. And then they have explained that what is the focus of management in each phase. That means in phase 1, make and sell. In phase 2, quality is required. Phase 3, expansion. Consolidation in phase 4, and problem solving and innovation in phase 5. Similarly, they have explained that what is the organization structure across different phases, informal to self-managed teams. So इसमें change कैसे fit होता है in this model? Anyone? Okay, not dragging it further. Basically, according to this model, change is part of evolution. So every organization will move from phase 1 to phase 5. And every time that organization is developing, and change is a part of evolution. So आप जब एक change लेकर आते हो, वो आपकी structure का part नहीं होता. And eventually it becomes a part of your organization. Correct? अब ऑनलाइन क्लासेस हो गई, डिजिटलाइज हो गया, तो वो सिस्टम का पार्ट बन जाता है ना. So your task, your structure, everything is redefined. Complete organization is redefined, right? So it explains that how that change move across different phases. So when the idea comes, it is in the creativity stage, which needs direction. Slowly and gradually you give autonomy to people. Through coordination and collaboration, you build different units, and then that change becomes part of the system. So this is exactly what this model is trying to explain. Is it clear now?
So ma'am, change could happen at in every phase, right? Like each
Yes,
time a
in every
crisis
phase.
happens.
आप एक change लेकर आए. Like seniority say you are moving to performance norm. Correct? So
Correct.
till the time seniority norm was there, everything was different. Once you come up with the change, you build up the structure slowly. This idea of changing it to performance norm will become part of the system, right? And it will be there in the system. Evolve हो जाएगा. पूरा system आपका evolve हो जाएगा. Like for example, हमने digitalize कर दिया. Classes online, offline both modes में होने लग गई. Earlier traditional classes चलती थी, online classes का concept ही नहीं था. So now the structure changed. We need MS Teams, we need different kind of infrastructure, we need different kind of skill set to take online classes. PPTs बन रही है. Clear? So slowly and gradually ये idea जो था, जो creativity phase में था, धीरे धीरे part of organization हो गया, evolve हो गया. So the evolution that happened because of this change is explained in sequential model. Is it clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Right?
ma'am.
So it is there in your study material also. You could go through it. It will. Here I have given you the explanation. Now I'm keeping the last model, that is action research model. This model talks about continuous organization development. It says that structure में, organization में, जहाँ पे जो problems आ रही है, you understand the issue, you understand the tension. Like for example, top managers को समझ आए people are leaving the job. There is a problem. You understand this issue. You gather the statistics and data that what is happening in the organization, why people are leaving, right? Then you analyze it. You make changes based on this data. And then you check the result, make improvement, repeat the cycle. So a change agent who is a consultant is going to guide you in the process. So this model says that you keep on continuously, you keep on looking for gaps that are there in the organization. You identify, you collect, you analyze, you evaluate, and you bring the change. So this is going to ensure continuous organizational development. So आज आपको अपने performance promotion criteria पे problem नजर आ रही है, कल हो सकता है आपको किसी और point पे problem नजर आएगी. You identify, collect, analyze, evaluate, bring the change. And then you look for the feedback that after change, what problems people are facing. And you repeat the process. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? So this is my suggestion. Again, it's up to you. When in a case study, it is open-ended thing that you pick any change model and then you explain the case study. Then try to pick first 3 models rather than picking fourth and fifth model because they are very specific to certain situation. Change बहुत major होना चाहिए तभी आप all the 5 phases समझा पाओगे. Right? And problem बहुत clear होनी चाहिए so that you will be able to explain it that how it is continuous. Specific things about the organization should be there. Okay, this is the last topic. After this, I will take up the queries and I will wind up this class. So organization change. So continuous change is going to lead to organization development. So effective organization change in implementing through an ongoing systematic process is known as organization development. So it's a long-term process. It is not a one-time event. It's an ongoing event. So here I have given you a simple definition that it refers to a systematic and planned effort to improve an organization's effectiveness, efficiency, and adaptability to change. And the main objective of organization development is to develop an organization and not to develop or train the staff. Very important. Organization development का focus होता है organization को develop करना, लोगों को train करना या लोगों को develop करना उसका focus नहीं होता. Okay, so this is important. When you are explaining organization development or putting it in the case study, make sure you're not focusing too much on training the staff. The focus is to increase the efficiency, effectiveness, and adaptability of a change or to bring change in the organization. Okay, that's it for today. Any question from your side? Yes, please.
Ma'am, can you please explain the Grainer's sequential model, like in just brief?
Brief में अगर मैं Grainer's sequential model की बात करूं, so it is talking about evolution across different phases. ठीक है? अगर आप मुझसे एक एग्जाम्पल मांगो, I could give you an example, but again it's not very correct. Why? Because आपकी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का चेंज का लेवल ऐसा होना चाहिए कि आप उसको बहुत क्लियरली रिडिफाइन कर सको all the 5 phases. Still giving you an example, you want to encourage student not to use plastic bottles, right? So creativity phase क्या है when you are starting this initiative of awareness campaign? Leadership crisis will be seen when you will see that initially enthusiasm could be seen, later it came down, right? And the crisis demands a very strong leadership to set very clear guidelines and provide incentives. Direction phase again एक evolution है जहां पे एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन ऑफिशियली इन्फोर्स कर रहे हैं पॉलिसीज दैट दे आर गोइंग टू बैन द बॉटल्स इन द कैंपस. ऑटोनॉमी क्राइसिस आपके जब अकर हो रहे हैं सो आप बेसिकली you could see students are complaining about lack of choices with them when they are not using the plastics. And delegation phase you could explain when you create eco teams, committees, right? And collaboration phase is when it becomes part of campus culture. तो ये एक इनिशिएटिव नहीं रहता बट कल्चर का पार्ट बन जाता है कि यहाँ तो प्लास्टिक यूज ही नहीं होता. सो इन शॉर्ट सीक्वेंशियल मॉडल टेल्स दैट हाउ अ चेंज बिकम्स पार्ट ऑफ द सिस्टम एंड हाउ इट ट्रेवल्स टू डिफरेंट फेजेस. इज इट क्लियर?
यस मैम, वेरी वेल.
ठीक है, बट लेकिन वो आप एग्जांपल यूज नहीं करना. It is just a very real life example so that you have some clarity that how it is, what it is trying to say. In from organization point of view, you need to prepare this diagram. You need to talk about all the crises from leadership crisis to red tape crisis. And then you need to talk about all the 5 phases. That what is the focus of management across different phases? What is the organization structure? And what is the style of top management when they are moving or in the different phases? Is this part clear? Clearer?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Hello, ma'am. Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
मैम एक बारी ये ऑर्गेनाइजेशन डेवलपमेंट बता दीजिए प्लीज.
Development, when
Yes.
continuously organization is changing, right? Or
Yes, ma'am.
systematically, or there is a planned effort and you are changing the organization or making the organization more effective and efficient. Effective means काम बहुत timely हो रहा है, efficiency means आप quality wise भी improvement लेकर आ रहे हो. Then it becomes development, organization development. आपकी organization develop हो रही है. So organization development focuses on developing the organization, not the staff. Faculty development is not organization development. Training the faculty itself is not organization development, but increasing the effectiveness, efficiency, and adaptability of the institute of SOL is organization. Is it clear now?
Yes,
So it's
ma'am.
not a
Thank you.
one-time event, it is a continuous process, which is going to keep on going. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am,
So
difference
this
between
is
change and development.
difference between change and development. I have clearly mentioned it in the initial slide. If change एक one time चीज हो सकती है, seniority norm से आपने performance norm में change कर दिया, ये एक change है, right? But आपने different level में organization ने change किया, बार बार change किया, then it will becomes development. So organization change is a very, very essential feature of organization development.
Okay.
Is it clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
And organization development क्या होगा? एक systematic planned effort होगा in which you are increasing the organization effectiveness, efficiency and adaptability to change. So technology change होती है, आपकी organization effectively adapt कर लेती है. कोई और system में change आता है, आप continuously उस change को acceptance देते हो, अपनी organization की effectiveness और efficiency को increase करते हो. Right? So organization आपकी organization development हो गया. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is it from my side. Any question from your side?